Thanks for tuning into the Hidden Tracks podcast. You can find us wherever you find podcasts or listen to music. When you have an opportunity, please give us a 5-star review, write a little note, tell us how we're doing. We really appreciate it. It helps us keep this thing going. If you want to reach out to us, you can find us at Facebook at Hidden Tracks. Instagram is at HiddenTracks99, and if you'd like to send in submissions or talk to us or give us any feedback about what we're doing, our email is myhiddentracks99@gmail.com. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? I have Nathan and Becky from the Iron Roses. Very excited to have them here. They're working on some important new music. They also released a new single called Screaming for a Change that is making its way around the world and starting to make a little bit of change in people's ears. So I'm happy to have them both here today. Thank you guys so much for showing up.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you. We're
stoked to be here.
So let's make this as simple as possible. Why don't we just whoever wants to give the go around, Becky or Nathan, about how the Iron Roses became what it is and what we know it as today.
Okay. I will do my best.
Okay.
So funny enough, buckle up, everyone. This all started probably about 5-6 years ago when I started doing my solo stuff.
Yeah,
and
Rebel songs and stuff. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
So
thank you. So even before that, I started with an album called Feral Hymns. That was an incredibly dark album. Just me and a guitar, and it's very hard to listen to. But
I wouldn't say hard.
Yeah, well, for me, I think like,
yeah.
It was like one of those things where it was like I needed to go through that to get to where I was going,
Yeah. There's a little bit of early catharsis for you, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was like sort of reclaiming some things and speaking out on some dark issues that I had been through that I needed to speak out publicly on. And from there, it just kept, I think it was right after that album, I was like, I want a band. I don't want to like do this. Like, and not only that, but I feel like, whereas Feral Hymns, it was like to get all that out, it needed to just be me and a guitar. Once I got into Working Title and all that stuff, it was like, okay, I'm getting healing in these things. I'm feeling a bit better. I want to make music that's a little more upbeat and, provides at least a, not just everything's down and horrible, we're going to die type of feel. I mean, we all are going to, but
at some point,
let's not dwell on that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then and from there, finding that balance and then getting into rebel songs like we were just talking about, and finding that political voice again of being like, now that I've gotten through these things that I needed to speak out on personally, I'm now able to get back into those political and social issues that are very near and dear to me. And then, I mean, with that, well, number one, Becky has been singing backup since Feral Hymns on all of my albums. So when I started picturing a band, it really started like the Iron Roses band. It really started with Rebel Songs, where Becky was there and we were talking about, we could just do this like as a band, because Nathan Gray and the Whatevers sounds like a blues band. It sounds,
does a little bit.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right to me. Like it needs to have there's something more endearing to me about, especially if it's a punk band, to have like a band name, not like somebody in the somethings. It's not me.
Name another one. Go down that list. You try and find that, and if you do find it, I'm probably not going to listen to it.
Yeah, and it's probably like either country or Americana or blues, and it's just it doesn't fit what we're doing.
Toby Keith and his Bud Light band. That's
exactly. So the funny thing about this band, and I was just talking about this in an interview, we just sort of collect people and force them to be here. So I had brought Phil.
So did you start a cult?
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Yeah, it is without a doubt a cult. Yes.
That's awesome. That's good for you. I mean,
thank you.
It takes a lot.
It really takes a lot.
Well done.
It's hard work, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
And so Phil did some rapping on Rebel songs, and while he was there in the studio, you could see like Becky and our wheels were turning. It was like, all right, do you play guitar?
Yeah, you're like, we need a third member to actually be considered a cult. So
right.
How do we start this? Yeah.
No one's drinking the Kool-Aid if you don't join. Come on. And from there, it's just been such a process. I mean, there've been like member after member after member in this band, trying to find the perfect fit. And as I went, like Michael, who plays bass, was actually there right after Working Title, when I did a tour for Working Title, right when COVID hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
Perfect
got Michael into the band. We went on tour, COVID hit, and we had to cancel in the middle of the tour. We had just got back from Canada, did a show in Maine, and had to come home.
Good thing you got out of Canada on time.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like that would have been insane.
Yeah.
We just made it.
Yeah.
Like we would have been stuck in Canada for the whole time. So Michael, Phil, Becky, and then get the last two components, the other guitarist and the drummer, went through so many great drummers that just couldn't tour,
Yeah.
And so finally we got David, who played on this last album, but still he couldn't tour. So we finally now have Steve, who can tour and play, and it's great. And
drummers are a fickle bunch. They're their own cult.
Yeah.
So
It's
don't
because
worry
they
about
all
it.
have like 700 bands.
yes,
Yeah,
because they're so hard to find.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
like they're in 10 million bands.
Yeah.
And then the funny story, Pedro, who came into this band, we actually we played an acoustic set. Me, Becky, and the guy Jared, who was playing guitar at the time, played an acoustic set with Amberetta, and Pedro was playing with Amberetta, and we sort of stole him from that band. we're like, oh, he's gonna be perfect.
Suddenly need a guitarist.
Yeah. And so that's how that came about. But as soon as we got the right pieces, we started writing before that.
Yeah. And I think that's how we realized that some of the pieces weren't right, was during that writing process.
As we were writing, it was like some things fit, some things were like, I don't know about that,
musically and culturally, some of the things just weren't jiving.
It's a comfort. You have to have that comfortability factor, especially when sitting down and creating something. Because otherwise from there it's just you finally say, what are we actually doing?
We ran into issues where it was like musically we weren't headed in the same direction with some folks, and then with others it was like, there's something that we're not meshing on here.
Listen, starting cults is hard. So,
starting cults is hard. It's if you're not going to put on the Nikes, we can't keep going.
Listen, turtlenecks and Nikes.
How is the UFO going to pick us up?
You are not wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah,
mini skirts and heels.
Yeah. Oh, bitch! I do not wear a fucking turtleneck. I can't cover up this beautiful neckline. Come on.
Oh, goodness.
So would you say, because this is what's really good is that I have two of you. So is that the true story, Becky?
It is the true story. It is the true story. And
motherfucker called me a liar.
It's funny.
Listen, not to your face. And I just needed some justification. And sometimes people tell tall tales when they start cults. And so I needed to know that
it is true.
That's fair. That's fair.
True. Yes.
So where you're at now with the band / cult, is this is this now that the new album that's coming out? Is this? Do you feel it's the sum of all parts? Everybody has played a great part.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool about this. Like, even after the writing process, when we went into the studio, everyone really gelled together at that point.
It was awesome.
We sat in the studio just like, oh shit. Yeah, this is what we've been trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, everybody did their part. Like, like Becky and I really honed in on the vocal parts and what it would mean to share like the lead vocal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's doing harmonies, I'm doing melody, but it's really, we do it in sort of duet form, sort of like with Alkaline Trio. You know what I mean? They have that synergy where it's like Dan and Matt are both
and have like it just works together. I love vocal harmonies. Like my bands that I've always fell in love with are, it's two vocalists. Like the Posies are one of my favorite bands of all time. Big Star, and you go back Beach Boys and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's always those harmonies that just keep you there and it keeps you engaged.
But we wanted to make sure that it wasn't like Becky as the backup vocal. You know what I mean? Like, they needed it. I thought it's just
come to the front of the stage,
cool.
bitch. Like,
right?
I'm all over that stage.
There's no backs. Yeah, good Lord. Constantly running into each other. There's like a thing like that. Something cool about having almost a duet feel to all the songs. You know what I mean? You don't get that a lot in punk rock music, but between that and then Pedro and Phil and their guitar work and how it works together, I think was probably one of the cooler things that I found on this album, because you've got Pedro, who has he's probably one of the best rhythm guitarists I've heard in a long time. And he has this very Ramones-y down-picking sort of feel that really brought the punk aspect out on these songs. Whereas Phil has this more discordant metal thing with his leads so it's not too sing-songy. It's not too, it's catchy, it's melodic, but it's not precious.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Michael, whatever the fuck he's doing, my God.
Savant.
It was funny. I was worried about bringing Michael into this band back in the day because he's very like prog rock, like metal enthusiast.
He's too good.
Like this,
You're saying he's too good.
Yeah, exactly.
Too good for punk rock.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so that can either go really well, like Rancid or Hot Water Music, or it can go really bad, which I'm not going to give examples, but it could go bad. And it went fucking amazing. Like the stuff he comes up with, and especially since we have those ska and reggae sort of parts in there, he blew me away with, and that's, like I was saying, that's when this band really gelled, when we were in the studio for this album and everyone got to shine their part,
That's awesome. You sound like you're in an amazing place. With the band and with everybody and what you're doing and where you are in life, which is awesome to see. And the fact that I do like that it just stopped in Nathan Gray and you went to the Iron Roses, and it gives it that provenance as well, that, okay, this is what it was, but this is what it is now. And it's something different than what maybe you started it out to be, but now you're in the place where it's what you always wanted from it. So that's awesome.
And I'm also really stoked that we were able to bring Screaming for a Change out first, because it gives everyone a taste of everything they're about to hear on this album. And it was just, it's cool. I'm excited.
I know,
I'm just so stoked.
We're just sitting here with permagrin.
Yeah. It's like, it's wild how stoked I am for everyone to hear these songs.
Well, isn't that like so hard though too, when you're done and finished and it's ready to come out, and that fucking waiting game that you're just like, all right, here's a teaser song. Okay, it's gaining traction, but we still got to wait.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Especially when you're so proud of something.
Yeah. Fortunately, we get to release another single in like a week. So I'm really excited about this one, because the video and the song is just pure energy. I love this song. I love the video, how we did it. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I want to. I want to talk through the whole album and tell you exactly, let you listen to it all, but I cannot.
Yeah, please don't.
All right, now let's get into some personal musical life stuff. I'm going to start with you, Becky, and then Nathan. The same question is going to be posed to you, so you can answer when Becky is.
Not fair.
Well, hey, listen, he just told the whole story, so I will let Becky have. I'm bringing her to the front of the stage.
Thanks.
That's what I'm doing. So, Becky, when you were growing up and music became something in your life, I always go back to me being 6 years old, hearing the Beach Boys for the first time in my life, changing forever when it came to music. That's when I was bought in. So I always like to find out if there was a moment or something you heard as a child that made you just gravitate towards music, and that was your first moment.
Yeah. I'm definitely the oddball in the band when it comes to influences in that way. So I remember the first time I ever got to perform a song by myself. It was third grade. I was a farmer's wife. Like, I could still sing the song. I'm not going to, but like, that is when the bug bit me as far as performing was. But music has always been a huge thing in my life. That said, I come from a nerdy musical theater background. I listened to a lot of Andrew Lloyd Webber and I listened to a lot of Yanni, but I also listened to a lot of Heart.
Yeah, well, all right. So I was
I
going to say,
told you.
first off, you needed to remove the nerdy when you were doing musical theater, but the fact that you threw Yanni in there, yes,
I
you
was
can leave
hoping
nerdy
you
in
wouldn't
it.
catch it.
Yeah.
I was going to say it real
Yeah.
fast and move on.
I've got a similar story to that, but Yanni?
I
Fucking
loved
Yanni.
Yanni. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah.
The only thing,
it was good in the
I ever
90s.
wanted to have that Yanni had was his hair. Like, that was it.
He had a sweet stash. Come on.
He did have a sweet stash, but I mean, I can grow that. I just can't grow that.
Is
hair
he
that
dead?
No, don't you talk about
Does he
Yanni
still
like
have
that.
a mustache?
Yes.
Okay, so he didn't had. He
True.
has.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
so I was
nerd.
very cool
Continue.
growing up is what I'm going to say. Like, I remember my parents like getting after me because I would, it would be bedtime. My bedroom was above the living room, and like I would sneak and turn the radio on and like slow dance to like Every Rose Has its Thorn.
Kenny G.
No, come on.
All right. Hey.
Oh,
listen.
Kenny G's too far.
Yeah, that is the line.
Yeah, that's. There
What am I,
are
a
some lines,
dork?
and they need to be drawn.
I'm a
It
nerd,
starts
not
at
a
Kenny
dork.
G.
Yes. So that is like where my love of music was definitely born through very like theatrical driven or very moody epic stuff. Like I did not grow up as a punk kid. I will say that right now. But that's I guess one of the other cool things about our band is like we range a spectrum in that respect.
In so many
Well, that's where good bands come from. I've always
True.
said it, that when
I
you have
agree.
so many different backgrounds in
I
a
agree.
band.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So that like, I did theater up through high school. When I was in my like early 20s, I was the girl in my hometown that like recorded a song on everybody's album. I used to say I was like the Fergie of that scene. Like I would just get up and do like one song and like disappear. And then, music was kind of performance. Live music was taken out of my life for a very long time. It became something that was sort of weaponized against me. And so my relationship with it went away. Like I would still listen to music, but as far as the performance was, I no longer had that in my life. And then when Nathan was writing feral hymns, like they would send little clips on their phone. They have probably 9 million little voice recordings on their phone, but they would send clips to me just so I could like listen to what they were doing. And I don't remember which song it was, but I sent back something. I was like, oh, you should try this as the harmony. And then like a couple months later, Nathan was getting ready to go to the studio with Pete from Bouncing Souls. And Nathan was like, oh, by the way, I need you to come to the studio to record this song with me. And that's just that's how I got in the cult, as I was just told that I was now recording songs with them. Yeah.
It's nice that he didn't ask. He just, you need to come to the studio to do your
That's
part.
exactly
That's
how
very
we've
on
gotten
brand.
every member of this band.
Hi, you're here now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You belong to us.
Anyway, I
So
was very
Nathan,
cool.
Yeah.
how about you? Growing up, what was it that you first attached yourself to that made you like music?
So not Yanni, but
Thank the Lord.
Hey.
right?
I'm sorry.
But funny enough, not that far removed from that story, because the first music that I listened to was either in the church that I was in, or like my parents had old folk albums like Bob Dylan and Simon and Garfunkel, or musicals. And probably one of my favorite musicals at the time was Man of La Mancha. And I would sit there and sing through that whole fucking soundtrack. And West Side Story as well. Yeah. It's so weird that I ended up queer.
It's
What in
not,
the world?
no, it's not at all.
So anyway, from there, it became a thing where I would sing along to these albums, and I would set up like little stages in my room, and like there would be a certain wall or a window that I would face that's the audience. Yeah. And at some point a tennis racket got involved as a guitar, And I started getting into anything that was on the radio. Usually Rick Springfield was a big one. Any 80s, Adam Ant was big. I'm not making myself any more straight sounding. Adam Ant. And then
It's all good
think
music.
It was 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the 80s. I mean, you grew up in the 80s. It was all. Yeah. But it was then in 8th grade that there were some punk kids that were in like seniors, and I was in 8th grade, and I was of course looked up to them, thought they were so fucking cool. And one of the guys, Gordon, I remember, gave me a mixtape with Black Flag and Violent Femmes on it, and which is a crazy mix of things. You know,
I was gonna say that's not a a mixtape.
Yeah.
Like my sister gave me Violent Femmes, and my brother gave me Black Flag. Like it
right. But
but
how cool is that though? That was my punk experience. Was that this is all punk?
Yeah,
like Violent Femmes, Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, Agent Orange, Buzzcocks, The Clash, the Ramones. Like there were so many different styles within punk, and or Joy Division even,
Yeah.
And so that's where I really took off, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this. This is me, all the other stuff was
I always turn
up.
back to that too, especially with punk where, I don't think I can say it enough. The best part about punk was that it was basically all inclusive and anyone could really do it because it didn't take a lot of talent for that early stuff, right? Early punk rock, it didn't take.
We've heard the germs. It doesn't.
Exactly. I grew up right down the street from, where the Misfits were from, and everybody's like, oh, the Misfits are awesome. I'm like, well, yeah. But they're influential, but listen to their early music. It's not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just,
it's not.
It's not. They're an iconic band. That's great. But listen, but it gave everyone and anyone who was maybe felt a little different or a little bit on the outside, it gave them that opportunity to try something and be a part of something new because it was almost like anybody could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was working class music type of thing, like anybody could do it. Anybody off the street could learn 3 or 4 chords and move forward.
The 3, you didn't have to go to that 4th chord.
I'm sorry. Four was giving it a little much. What? What is this, Tool? What's 4 chords like?
Are we writing symphonies? What are you talking about?
Yanni's punk is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, good God.
I didn't know Yanni fell into the punk realm, but okay. Hey, listen, if we need to add him for you, Becky, then
yes, thank you.
And I'm not going to. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. I'm standing in front of that gate, not letting him in.
Oh
goodness!
But that was. I think it was the aggressiveness of it all, but also their punk. When I heard it, there was a catchiness to it. There was a thing to it. Like, I mean, like I was saying, like Black Flag and Dead Kennedys and stuff like that. There were hooks in this. It was stuff you could play, but at the same time, there was something to the Misfits even. Like whether it sounded like absolute dog shit recorded in a garage didn't matter. It was still, there was something catchy and it would get stuck in your head.
Yeah. And that's why they're called hooks, because it hooks you in and it keeps you there. So.
I'm going to get Blues Traveler stuck in my head now.
Great.
Oh no. No harmonicas on this show.
No. Brings you back. Yeah.
So from that point, and you start finding music, there's other special moments that transpire. And Becky, I'll start with you. Your first concert you ever saw, and the first concert you ever got to pick on your own.
Oh, I love this.
If you say Yanni, I'm hanging up this line right now. Okay.
And interview over.
Sorry, guys, we got to end this.
Don't tell anybody, but it was Linda Ronstadt.
That's
all
so
right.
Cool. That's all
Listen,
right.
my first one was Kenny Rogers, and my second one was Barbara Mandrell, and then my third one got good. But yeah, those were my.
What was the
first
third
two
one?
shows. Def Leppard.
Okay.
That's badass.
Yeah.
That was quite a jump you made there,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, I didn't pick Kenny Rogers or Barbara Mandrell. I was
Okay.
a little young, but
Yeah. Well, I picked Linda Ronstadt. And I went with a girl from high school I was like in love with, but Emily did not reciprocate that love.
she did not feel the same way.
No.
Didn't work out.
No, it's okay.
Maybe it was the Linda Ronstadt.
Could have been.
Maybe.
Killed the vibe a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Possible.
All right, Nathan. Your first concert ever and the first one you ever picked.
Okay, so my first concert, I'm told, was in the womb for Bob Dylan. But the first out of the womb concert that I went to.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Was it? Yeah, weirdo. That's it. It was a band called Servant. It's a Christian new wave band. I'm not kidding.
All right.
It was at a church, and I got Caught in the Act of Loving Him was the album. It was about Jesus.
Are you sure?
I mean,
are you sure it was about Jesus? I don't know.
To me,
I
it
don't
wasn't.
think
I was like,
wonder why
ooh.
Nathan.
Oh, I like
grew
the
to be
title
the
of
way
this
that you
album.
are.
Oh, it's about God. Never mind. But they were awesome. They had a great light show. It was like because it was the 80s, so it was like this laser light show, and it was so cool. And
a lot of
I
neons.
bought their album. Yeah, I bought their album,
Yeah.
and that was one of the albums that I rocked out to, and I was like, yeah. So the first, that was like a church event though, type of thing.
Yes, it sure was.
The first show that I went to see that I picked to go see, it was late 80s, it was mid 80s, late 80s. What I think Black Flag broke up. It was the last tour that Black Flag did before they broke up. And I
was scared shitless.
This story is great because it put me off punk for years. I snuck out of the house. It was Gordon, the guy I was telling you about at school. Him and Pete, these guys that I looked up to, were going to see Black Flag, and they were like, "You should come see." I was like, "Yeah." And I snuck out of the house, got there, and nearly shit myself. It was insane. It scared the living hell out of me. I ran home. I cried. I was so terrified that I was like, I'm not ever listening to punk again. This is horrifying. I hate it. It took me about a year or two before I was like, I'm going to try again. I think I went and saw like Screeching Weasel or something. And it was like, okay, all right, this is a little more sedate. All right.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. It was like, which it was supposed to be. That's what Black Flag did. It was like, but it worked. It scared the hell out of me.
That's, I mean, I completely understand that. And seeing something like that when you're that young and influential, I can completely understand being scared shitless.
It's like, this was not what I thought was going to happen. That Manson looking guy's going to kill me. He was terrifying. His little shorts and like big ass muscular body with his big beard and hair was like, I mean, there was, his equal parts terrified and attracted.
That was a real defining moment for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. And look where you are now, all because of it.
I know, right?
Now, coming from that moment where you get scared shitless at a punk show, when did you start to think that it's a possibility that you might be able to do something in music?
It was probably right around. So the next show that I went and saw, it was Screeching Weasel were playing. It was in Pensacola, Florida, and it was like a show / skate contest, and it was a ton of fun. Had a great time, and it was right around that time period. There was a club called the Night Owl in Pensacola, Florida. And I started getting a band together around that time. And we played the Night Owl, and this guy, Gus Brandt, who...
What was the name of that band?
It was called Second Nature at first, and then we changed the name to Jackanoose. And I do not know why. I think we were trying to think of something nonsensical. and we
Nailed it.
nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're like,
yeah.
"Hey, you know what? Our original name sounds, I don't know. It sounds like people may like it. Let's go in a totally different direction and fuck this
You know
up."
what's punk
Yes.
as fuck?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
name sucks. Let's change it.
So we a funny story just off the Gus Brandt, who used to do all the shows at the Night Owl.
Night Owl.
I later found him decades later because he was the tour manager for Foo Fighters. And so I was just walking backstage and like walked past his office. I was like, "Oh my God, Gus." He was like, "Nathan." like real weird, but that was it. I started playing shows, and I easily remember the first show I played, and it was like magical. No one could have given a shit we were up there playing, but I did. And it was just the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. I was like, yeah, I'll be doing this till I die. Yeah.
When you
I think
did
I was
that,
19.
though, yeah, was there any apprehension to doing it, or you already knew when you stepped on, like this is it, this is the moment?
It was funny enough. It was exactly what happens to me every show. I have this nervous butterfly feeling. The second I get up and the music hits, other world. It's Pavlov's dog. And it was from the first time to now. It's every time, like the second the music hits and it's go time, I'm done. That's it. I'm in the zone.
Now, Becky, for you, when you you were theatrical, you were a nerd per se.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. When you started performing, was it just a natural, you just knew at third grade when you said you performed for the first time? Was that the moment you just knew it was natural and this is what I want to do at some point in my life?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I remember how that felt and how I felt in that moment. And then, like later we would do choir performances, and I did like a duet about a 10-speed bike.
Wait, what?
But like,
hold on.
So much cooler.
Let's not glance over this.
Yes.
No, my 10-speed wheel. Yeah. No, it's real. It's real.
I love it.
I know. Try to hold yourselves back.
Listen, maybe the new single over your next album.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Hidden track per se.
Yeah. No, the best part is when we performed it, we actually brought our bikes so that we had props.
Come on.
Anyway, no, I swear.
Come on.
I swear.
What is fucking happening right now?
Anyway, I get cooler. Bear with me.
Please don't get any cooler. I can't handle it. I'm frigid over here right now.
When I got to high school, I would do like traditional theater performances. But I always knew I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be in that type of like stage environment, not necessarily performing musicals, but in a band. My family, like that wasn't a thing that they really put energy into, because it was like that's not what they wanted for me, so that wasn't really encouraged. In my 20s, I was working at a hospital, and there was a kid that I worked with whose brother was in a local band, and I guess they were recording an album, and they were trying to find like a girl to do some backing vocals on this album. And my friend was like, "Hey, I told my brother that you sing, you should do it." And I was like I shit myself, but I was also like, yes, like this is it. I remember going into the studio and having no fucking idea what I was doing, but it was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. And then when that album came out, they had, of course, an album release show. And I will never like forget that night at all. Even though I got to just do like one song with them, like walking up to that stage and the room was full. This was back when like people would go to local shows. So like it was packed, and that was just like the fuck. Yes, finally I'm here doing, on the path of what I want to be. to be on. So yeah, it took me a long time to get there and then to get back there. But I mean, I've still got a lot of time left.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
I'm younger than Nathan, so not by much.
Wow. That was
I'm 45 this year, so
listen, that was rude and accepted. But
thank you, Shane. Thank you.
Listen, I have to dish it out because she's very pretty. So we have to knock her down a notch every now and then.
Anyway.
Sorry, I know. You're never gonna let me come back, are you?
I don't know.
He's seriously considering that.
I know. I lost him at Yanni.
Yeah. He's gonna do one of those. I'm losing you. I'm losing connection.
You're lucky I kept you here after Yanni. So
yeah.
All right.
No, we're having fun. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters in life.
Indeed.
Is to have fun.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So going from your first ever performance, Nathan, to where you are today, is there a moment or a performance in your career so far that just completely stands out, for better or for worse, that it's just a performance that you'll just never forget?
Yes. The moment.
So that's.
I know.
Yes,
I know the opposite. That was my answer. Yes.
There is.
Please expand.
So, funny enough, Becky will remember this. It was the first time I played solo in Baltimore. Oh my God.
It was a shit show.
It was a train wreck. It was like I had never done anything like that before. Me and a guitar and my iPad, sort of strapped to the.
You had to wear your glasses.
I had to wear my glasses
because you couldn't see the lyrics.
I fucked up several songs. Like a bunch of my friends came out, like to see me just completely crash into the wall, and they were all so supportive.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was good. Yeah. It was good.
See, those aren't friends.
A lot more honest.
Yeah. Because my friends would be like, so why did you invite us here? That was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. That's my friends. They would just be like, no, I'm not. I can't even support you through this. Like, go get better.
Go get better. I love that. But yeah, it was just absolutely terrible. And I will remember that feeling for the rest of my life. It was awful. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
It was just, it was a thing.
It was.
Yeah. How about you, Becky?
Well,
and if you say yes, continue on with the thought.
No, I won't. I will, because I am newer than Nathan. We'll say it that way. I will go with like one of my favorite memories when we last December at the end of our European tour, we opened for Broilers, 2 huge shows that were sold out at like 10,000 people a night, something like that. And the absolute mix of I want to throw up, I want to cry, and also this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Like when I peeked out from behind the curtain before we walked onto that stage, I was like, holy shit, this is about to happen. Like, what the fuck? How is a mother of 2 who like is in her 40s and has been through some really horrific shit? Like, how did I get here? How did I get here? But that will like forever be a moment of just, I don't want to use the term reward because that seems weird, but that was like, like I'm doing something that, that is
good things come
impossible.
To those who wait.
It's definitely a moment. Definitely a moment.
It was a fucking moment. I did cry, by the way. I got it out quick, but I cried. I looked at Phil like, what the fuck are we doing here? It was awesome.
That's great. At least you didn't puke. So
no, I did not. Yeah. I did not puke.
It's good. You held it down.
Yes.
Just like choking down your emotions.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So when it comes to having those moments in your life and being able to do that, what's like something that you're looking forward to that next moment? And for you, Nathan, I know it's to just play a better solo show. But for you, Becky,
You're not allowed to play solo shows anymore.
I'm not
sorry.
doing
I'm gonna
it. Yeah.
kibosh that right now.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Don't you? I'm not an and.
Answer the question.
Oh, sorry. I think
What's the
he was
biggest thing you're
asking
looking forward to?
me.
You.
Yeah.
So this is gonna sound a little granola, but honestly, one of the things that has been really cool to see, even just since we got back from Europe last year, is the community that we are building of the fans. And it's not just people who like our music, which is obviously a great thing, but we have really worked hard to cultivate a space where everybody feels included and everybody feels like when we're in that room to play a show, that it's not our show, it's a collective show of everybody in that room. Like, that experience belongs to everybody. It's not like you are the audience and we are going to sing at you. Like,
Yeah.
I look forward to that community piece of what we do growing even more, just because it helps. I mean, it helps me feel seen. It helps me feel like I belong in spaces and that I don't have to pretend that I'm not a mess of a human sometimes. And just the relationships that we are starting to build with some of our fan base who come to shows and also feel like it's safe to be that is awesome. And I just can't wait to see how that develops.
We have the biggest group of the most beautiful weirdos.
Yeah,
that come out to shows.
we're
Yeah,
weirdos,
it's
so.
so wonderful. I love it.
Yeah, but here's my thing: is it weird or is it normal? And that's who's to say what's normal?
I would say
they're not weirdos; they're normal for the group they're in. So
right. I'd say it's weird, and only because I absolutely detest normal so much. Like, it's just like, it's like the color beige.
Yeah.
Ugh. Or
It's olive
taupe.
Earth tones. They're just earth tones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, ugh.
I hate earth tonies.
Yeah. So it's just wonderful when, like, people connect with who we are and just the crazy mess we are.
Yeah.
And that, for some reason, connects with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's wonderful to see that grow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the big part too, right? There's, especially in the world we live in today, and getting a better sense of things. We all grew up in the 80s, and now it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, thank God.
Growing up, I'm sure for the both of you, as it was for me, like, my kid doesn't have a problem. There's nothing wrong with them. And there was no talking about things. There was no, like, you always had to push everything down and living a life of always pushing everything down. And I did it with so many things in my life until I got to a point where I just broke, right? And it was the people that were there to pick me up was more important than anything else that could have ever happened. It was the people that were there to pick me up just truly showed that, okay, we all went through this or went through some shit, and someone's here to help you pick up the pieces. And that's what's awesome. And that's what, between the two of you and seeing the videos that you guys do and the relationship you have, like, to have someone too by your side while all this is happening is just a beautiful thing to see. So
yeah, it's been wonderful. and it's great to be able to do it in a joyful manner. In the videos and in the songs and everything, yes, there's a bit of anger, there's a bit of angst, there's a bit of sadness to some of it. And especially when you're speaking out on, like, social and political topics, but we try to make sure that at all times there's a joyful atmosphere to it as well, to not, I mean, you can get a little too heavy at times, Yeah. And so it's very important for us to keep the levity of it as well.
Yeah, you're not, and performing those songs, you're not creating, something that Elliott Smith did, which was write happy songs to a really shitty tone. Like, listen, the songs were fantastic, but it's like,
yes, they were.
I want to slit my wrist, but this is a happy song. What is going on?
Yeah.
But here's a question, and I hope maybe you both have a different answer to it, and it can only be something that has already been released. If you had to play one or two songs from your togetherness of the Iron Roses, or even when it was, the country band Nathan Gray and the Iron Roses. What song would you pick to play for someone that best describes
Ooh,
the
I
band?
know.
You
It's
go
hard.
First.
You go.
It's a pick your. I call it pick your favorite child.
Yeah.
Question.
If from the ancient text, I would pick. I would honestly, I'd probably pick Radio Silence off of Rebel Songs.
Great song.
Yeah.
How about you, Becky?
I stress trying to pick one.
All right, then you finish your thought, Nathan.
Yeah,
Because
because it really encapsulates what took us forward into the Iron Roses. That sort of yelly rapping, reggae sort of vibe, almost hip hoppy sort of vibe. It was something that I wanted to carry on into the Iron Roses with the more melodic punk thing. It's something that I wanted to make sure we didn't lose, is basically what I mean. So songs like Radio Silence, just Radio Silence. I mean, there are other songs on there like that, but Radio Silence especially was just a very definitive song on that album that I wanted to make sure that carried forward.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you think of one, Becky?
I did, and I'm so conflicted because the first one that came to mind is on the new album, and you won't know it yet, so I can't. Really
I won't.
Speak to
Yeah. I can't share it with anybody.
You're correct. So mine is probably coming at it from a different angle than Nathan's. Like Nathan speaking more to the musical style. For me, the second song that came to mind was No Way. Because content-wise,
working title.
Yeah, people connect to that song. It's important to you, Nathan. It's important to me, like what that song stands for, and just saying no to the things that harm us. And performing that song is always like, there are so many times, we've played it hundreds of times. There's so many times that we're performing that song and I'm crying in the middle of it right before we get to the part where we're screaming together. Like, it's such a release for you, for me, for everybody in that room, because everybody has
dancing
something
together and
everybody has something different than the person next to them that they're trying to say no to, but it becomes this like thing that is experienced together in that room, and there's something magical about that song.
Funny story, those are two songs you just heard that will probably stay in the set list for
Forever.
a while.
Yeah.
If you
that's what they're there for, though, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I asked the question, because it means something to you, and it's something that you think best describes what the band and what the project is and can be, and where it all started is, from songs like that. That's just a beautiful thing to always hold. And those are the songs that I want to share with people when someone asks me, well, I've never heard them. What should I listen to?
Yeah.
So I always want to get
those two songs are absolutely the perfect combination of songs to hear. If you want to know what turned the Iron Roses into the Iron Roses, it would easily be Radio Silence and No Way.
Yeah. Even though No Way is off of Working Title, which is technically a solo album, what we've developed it to be, especially in the live show, as the Iron Roses, it's just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Awesome. All right. Is there a band in your life, Nathan, that never lets you down, which it's for good or bad? You can always find yourself when you need to listen to something to either brighten your day or bring you down. You can always turn to a certain band or artist that does it for you.
Bad Religion.
That was fast. Nice.
Yeah. It's so fast because it's so easy. It's just like, that's the band. Like if I there's times where you're like, you go to listen to stuff and you're like, man, I don't feel like really listening to anything. I don't know. No, Bad Religion. Fuck it. Like,
It's like your background noise.
Yeah, that's my background noise. That's my front ground noise. It's everything. Like especially the two albums that I'd pick most is Suffer and No Control. And the only problem is, I mean, they're both like 26 minutes long, but each. But funny enough, I remember I was playing a festival and I was standing up on stage because Bad Religion was playing the same festival. And I was standing up on stage with Fletcher from Pennywise. And Fletcher's a friend of mine. He knows that I love Bad Religion. And I had no idea that they were about to bust out the entirety of Suffer before they started their actual set. And Fletcher's just sort of looking at me. I'm like, what? And all of a sudden the banner comes down with the Suffer thing. I screeched like a little girl. Like I lost my damn mind, sang every word to every fucking song through the whole thing, paid attention to nothing else, like lost my damn mind. So like that would be it. That would be the band. That's like, obviously they have albums that I don't fucking care about, and songs that I'm like, but like on a whole, that's the band. And I can find things from like every stage of what they've done, like whether it's the older stuff like Suffer and No Control, or it's like Empire Strikes First, or it's like, there's just something throughout their whole catalog.
Yeah. And so you bring up that point that you're standing side stage and Bad Religion is going on, and it's kind of, they are a band's band, right? And for me, I saw it last year. I'm, side stage, and every band that performed before them, like I got my arm around Milo, and we're singing Bad Religion songs, and everybody that played before them is on that side, just being like, it's Bad Religion. No one's leaving. No one's going to get a drink. No one's taking a piss. We're all going to sit here. And it was just an awesome thing to just be like, they're a band's band. Like everybody's just like, no, we're not going to fucking miss them.
There's just so many fucking songs, Jesus. Like, and they all sound the damn same.
Well, yeah, it's one album.
It doesn't matter. That's what's crazy to me. Like, how did they nail that? Like, because I can admit that all the songs sound exactly the same. Some of the songs are literally the same song.
Yeah.
You can go, that's chord for chord, this other song on this other album. Doesn't fucking matter. It's still amazing. I don't know how they pulled that off.
It sounds like it sounds like the same song, but it sounds like a new song, which is so fucking hard to do.
No other band could do that.
No.
That's
unbelievable. And you come to that point where one of the greatest lines I ever heard in my life was I think it was Angus Young said it. He was doing an interview, and somebody said, you got 13 albums and they all sound the same. Like, don't you kind of ever wish for more? And Angus Young looks the guy directly in his face and he goes, fuck you. We have 14 albums that sound exactly the same. It's like the greatest thing ever.
I love that. I love it. So good.
So Becky, for you, who do you have in your life that never lets you down? That's something you can always turn to.
So when you asked that question, I started sweating because I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to be a nerd again.
You're if you say Yanni,
it's not.
It's Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh my god, bitch, are you kidding me? Get out of here. It's not Yanni and it's not Hootie and the fucking Blowfish. It is Olafur Arnalds.
Listen,
okay.
Don't be a nerd. So this is what I find so fucking unique.
Here it goes.
Olafur comes up on the show all the time, and
really?
on our episode that premiered today, gentleman and I talked about it, and it's popped up. I had Tara McLean on it, and like it pops up, and I'm like, I thought he was mine. I thought he belonged to me. I thought I was the only.
He is mine. I've known Olafur longer than I've known Nathan in person. That's literally.
She's got the most serious face on.
I know. I'm like on the edge of my seat. Like, do you want to fight? Because I will fight you for Olafur Arnalds right now.
It really is. He is just amazing. A savant. He's amazing.
Yes.
I turn on Olafur and I just light a candle. You can pour a glass of wine, and you get transported to somewhere that you never knew existed. And it's just the most beautiful thing. And the thing I always like to point out and ask if anybody knows what he did prior to becoming a master at writing symphonies.
Kid.
He was a black metal drummer.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Like totally opposite spectrum. That's what's crazy about him. But like, I love, even though everything he does is like considered, neoclassical, like even within that, there are albums that still sound so different than others. Like there are I love when I can hear the clicks of his piano or his pedal, like that shit. Like I don't even know.
Nathan, you can leave now. We're gonna nerd out on all of it.
Yeah. I'm gone.
Nathan looks so bored right now. It's adorable. I'm so excited though. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, listen, not nerdy at all. I think he's an absolute gem. And the fact that when people, it is one of those things that I'm like, he's never talked about in circles. He's never talked to, it never comes up. But for some reason on this show, just people are like, no, Olafur Arnalds. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know who that is? Yeah. I'm like, he's so brilliant. So brilliant.
I had tickets to see him in Boston last year. I was like, oh my god, remember how excited I was? Olafur's coming to fucking US. And I had tickets, and then just financially kind of stuff fell apart, and I wasn't able to go because it was like right after COVID and hotel prices were just astronomical out of nowhere. And so I couldn't make it happen, and I was crushed.
Yeah, I would have been crushed
next time.
Yes. All right. Sorry, you were back in my good graces.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Wow. It really just blows my mind again that he came up on this on this show. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and crazy all at the same time.
Yes.
All right. So the world's going to end tomorrow. Meteor's going to crash into the earth.
Damn, that got dark.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm just, I dive into this, my end of the world question.
How do you know this?
All right, tee it up, Shane.
Yeah. All right. World's going to end in 5 minutes, and you have to listen to one song. What song do you listen to?
Fuck Armageddon, This Is Hell.
Oh,
Bad Religion.
Oh, no. Oh, I might have to just put on some like binaural beats and just have a panic attack on through the end of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I would do? To be honest, what I would probably do is put our album on.
Oh,
I would. I just
now
totally
you
would.
Got nerdy.
I did. I totally would. It's like, fuck it. This is my last chance to listen through what we did.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got 5 minutes.
They're very serious about that too.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at Nathan.
Yeah,
they're 100% on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
All
I'm
right.
going to probably listen to something soothing and having a panic attack.
No, not me.
Cool.
All right.
Listen to my music and do my like flash through all my life
Yeah.
thing. Jesus, Shane.
I know. What a
Well-
fucking bummer.
Hey, listen, this is how it goes.
This has been a real roller coaster, I got to say.
It's what I do. I try to bring a roller coaster of emotions to people.
Right.
So,
Oh, you
Nailed
did
it.
You nailed it.
all right, then. I mean, you kind of maybe almost answered it, Becky, but this question will go to both of you. What is there a style of music or a particular artist that you listen to that people would be really surprised that you get tons of enjoyment out of listening to?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I fucking love Garth Brooks. I don't even care.
Garth
and Trisha
Brooks
Yearwood.
fucking rules.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh, that was wow. That's fast. I mean, it makes sense for Nathan Gray and the Iron Roses to do Garth Brooks.
And the Iron Horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been accidentally put on like marquees as the Iron Horses before, which
Yeah.
is
When it
something
was
very
Nathan
different.
Gray and the Iron Roses, which actually now thinking back, it sort of makes sense because they were like, oh yeah, like a locomotive, because that's what that fucking name sounds like. It's stupid. Like,
The Iron Horses is definitely a country band name.
yeah. Because like if it was like just going out as the Iron Roses, no one would mistake that for the Iron Horses. But Nathan Gray and of course they fucking change it to Iron Horses. But yeah, Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
Like
That was
Man's a
easy.
saint.
Yeah.
That was easy. All right. Well, we have been here for an hour. It doesn't
Oh,
seem
wouldn't that
like
have been
that long.
terrible if it was like Screwdriver or something?
Ma'am, Shane's talking.
Something awful. Like, it's like,
I love that
oh
your
my
mind keeps
God.
going after you answer the question.
couldn't
You can't
stop.
turn it off.
Tomorrow morning, they'll be thinking of something else.
Yeah.
No, move on. Yes.
Well, we have been here for an hour. We like
Yes,
to
we
keep it around that. I hope we had some fun. But before we move on to our final segment, which is our weekly 3 segment, which is 3 things that we're listening to that we like to share with people, I'd love to give you guys the opportunity right now to tell everyone how to find what it is you're doing, how to pre-save an album, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, I would love to do that. First of all, we are not utilizing a pre-save, which is totally been working very well for us so far. You can find us on Instagram at The Iron Roses. You can find us on Spotify, The Iron Roses, Apple Music, The Iron Roses. We're also on Facebook. If your mom happens to use Facebook and would like to look at The Iron Roses, you can find us there.
We are doing pre-sales though right now.
Yes, but not pre-saved.
Right, but pre-sales through Iodine Recordings and through Spam in Europe.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Which some of our variants are already sold out on both continents.
Yes,
so
they
if
are.
you want it, you better get at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm happy for all the success that's coming. I'm happy that you're where you are in life and that you have each other to lean on and pick each other up and to have a nice cult in the background to follow you around. It's pretty spectacular too. But
agreed. It is pretty awesome.
All right. Tone it down, man.
But so we're gonna jump into our weekly 3 segment. It's 3 things that you're listening to right now that you would like people to check out. You give your 3, Becky or Nathan first, but you both get 3, and then I give my 3. So
Okay.
So which I will plug this one, because if you like Olafur Arnalds, you might also like Slow Meadow, which is similar in the capacity where it's a little bit of neoclassical, but uses a lot of the computer, I don't really know what you call them, like knobs and things.
Knobs and things. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. Slow Meadow, a guy named Matt.
Sounds like a really bad male strip joint.
Maybe check it out and learn something about
knobs and things.
Nathan, have you been there? Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
So that would be my first one. obviously I've been listening to the shit out of our album, which I couldn't plug more, but let's see what else. I've I've actually been listening to a lot of Boy Genius lately because I'm kind of like in a sad girl week, sad girl lesbian week. So Boy Genius.
All right.
So mine will sort of run the gamut here of the stuff that I've been listening to, and I just want to make sure I prop up. There's an awesome band called Plasma Canvas that I try to, as much as I can, push them. It's yep, they are a melodic but dark melodic band, and they're great. What they just put out an album on what is that fucking label? Cannot remember, but look them up. And then
name of the album is Dusk, right?
Yeah. The album is called Dusk, and it's a great album. And the woman that leads the band is trans woman and awesome. Yeah, they're great. They're fucking great. Another band that does not need my help, but I push, and it's not a band. It's a person, a hip hop artist. Toby Nwigwe is somebody that I bring up in almost every damn interview because he blows me away. Him and his whole family are involved, and they did everything DIY from the ground up, and they're enormous now, like selling millions of albums, but they're still like best kept secret. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you look him up, Toby Nwigwe, awesome stuff. Him and his wife both rap on his albums. He takes his wife and his kids on the road with him. And they have these elaborate stage setups and color schemes that they go with. And it's wonderful. I love him. Number 3.
Maybe We Are the Union.
Yeah, We Are the Union.
Yeah.
That's another band that I'd love to prop up. They're great. They're more of a ska punk style band, and but absolutely awesome. Yeah. And I am constantly pestering them to do stuff with us. So so I think it would be good for me to talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I just mentioned you on this, worldwide
hey,
podcast,
by the way.
and, trying to help you. Maybe you help me.
Jerry Maguire.
Help you help me.
Awesome.
Help me help you.
Is that backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right, so my 3 for this week. My first one is an older band, been around for a while, but I found myself just listening to the album over and over again this week. The name of the band is The American Scene. And the name of the album is Safe for Now. Just good indie, emo-ish, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking music and it's delightful.
I have to check it out. I've never heard of it.
Number 2 is a band called Elder Brother. Beautiful, slow, good jams, some acoustic, some slower with rock guitar, but really good. The name of the album is I Won't Fade on You, which I absolutely love the name of that album too. And last but not least, maybe surprising for some people, but there's this new pop rock band
called the Iron Roses.
Well, no,
super into.
Yes.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. It's called Moxie the Band. The name of the album is Dream Feeling, and I will tell you that if you go listen to Moxie the Band after this show, Nathan and Becky, you're going to have a fucking amazing time. It's so goddamn good, and it's something that is not always on the forefront of what I listen to, and it just blew me the fuck away. It just blew me away.
I love that all 3 bands are things I've never heard, so I get to go and like experience it. And
yeah, I tried. Somebody asked me Moxie Band. I'm like, picture Churches meets ABBA. Like it was.
Wow.
Like, okay. Yeah.
It's just really.
You've
good.
got my interest. Absolutely.
Yeah. So listen to Moxie the Band, Dream Feeling when we're done with the show here tonight, and I guarantee you're going to be like, that's fucking great.
Awesome. I'm checking it out.
But I want to again say thank you so much for both of you being with me today, and I want to say a true, honest, heartfelt thank you for what it is you do by blessing us with your open honesty and your everyday life. Thank you for talking about the good times, the struggles, and thank you most importantly for the music you put out and for what you do to share it with the world and let us listen, pick it apart, do whatever we want with it. But it takes a lot for people to understand as an artist. It really takes a lot of heart and soul, and to create something that brings people together is extremely special. And I want to thank you both from the bottom of my heart for what it is that you do. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Shane. That is awesome. Hey, we're both like, cry. How do we? Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys again. And everyone out there in the world, you know what time it is now. It's time to go out, listen to the Iron Roses, and have a great fucking time.
Yes. Yay, party!
The architects of misery call down from the battle rooms on high. They picket fights for you and I to gamble lost and set the price. But from the depths to the mountains, we circle through our lives. The pushback is controlled by the same routine that keeps us scattered inside. Lashing out at each other, oh, lashing out for the crimes, oh, I don't know how to break up, but oh, I'm trying harder every day to rise up, take a man, put it down and walk away. I'm still screaming for a change. While you're waving the flags and making deals in the back, write it out, pointing fingers and blame. In the struggle while you're sick in your bubble, building grave till there ain't no escape. They think you up and you are, look at your front of the yard and you'll be blessed with this life on a chain. While the fear that's inside you got your bed up today, and you're tired of living this way. Don't know how to break it, but oh, I'm trying harder every day. To rise up, strike a match, burn it down, and walk away. To rise up, strike a match, burn it down, and walk away. I'm still screaming for a change. I'm still screaming for a change. I'm still screaming for a change. I'm still screaming for a change.
Thanks again for tuning into the Hidden Tracks podcast. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at HiddenTracks99. Also, send all your submissions myhiddentracks99@gmail.com. Tune in next week. You may find your new favorite band, and don't forget to go out and have a great fucking time.